Well, hey, bookkeepers, accountants, tax professionals, I'm going to share with you 4 quick wins that you can get after in the next 2 weeks to dramatically improve your profitability and your overall business. These are going to be super practical. Now, I own Feedback Wrench. We build websites and funnels and SEO for accountants, bookkeepers, tax professionals. You should check out feedbackwrench.com, but this is going to be super helpful. Our setups pay for themselves really quick too, but this is for bookkeeperseo.com. I have another website where we are sharing everything about how to rank in SEO for bookkeeping businesses. So here's 4 quick wins that you should commit to. Now, most bookkeepers get so focused on being remote that they lose out on this first quick win. The first quick win is to set up your Google business profile and optimize for local SEO to your primary region. Like if you are near San Francisco, think of San Francisco and San Jose. If you're close to San Jose, or if you're here in Lakeville, you could go to Minneapolis, but you want to think about your primary metro region. All the bookkeeping keywords will show up the Google local map pack. A lot of people don't know this. And this is the path of least resistance when it comes to your marketing. You cannot neglect this. If a business owner down the road is searching bookkeeper near me, you're gonna want your business to show up. It's an easy win. It's an easy sale too. So while you don't have to meet them in person, you'll notice that the local people are actually easier to sell to. So set up your Google business profile and then fill it out completely. The Google business profile is really just to rank in local searches, so be sure to only add in the cities within the 20-mile region or wherever your Google business profile is. Don't put the whole US or the whole Minnesota or state or whatever that is. You don't need to have a physical location either or an address. Just make sure that you select a service area based business that says that you drive to other people's house. That way it won't show your home, but you can do a home office. Now, you can add up to 20 cities in your Google business profile, and I'd suggest you place in all the largest populated cities or suburbs within a 10 to 20 mile region, putting the biggest ones first. Be sure to add in your logo, some photography, some photos of you, and do some updates to your branding to that Google business profile. Make sure that you actually put that on there so that everyone that sees you will actually see you, and then you're going to want to build up Google reviews, and you want to approach anybody that trusts you, former co-workers, and ask them for a character reference review. And then obviously anybody that works with you, you want to get a review. You can dominate local search if you get a ton of Google reviews and optimize this perfectly without trying to go too broad. It's also worth adding in your primary metro area, add that to your website, into your meta title, your meta description, maybe your hero title, on top of the hero title. So again, make sure that you think about the main metro area that you're closest to. Don't go too far, don't get greedy here. You can't go further than about 10 to 20 miles. You can really build up momentum over time with Google Business in your local ranking, and they're easier to sell to, I'm telling you. That's the first quick win. Now the second quick win is that you should set up QuickBooks Pro Advisor. Go get the QuickBooks Pro Advisor and start building up that profile. This is really easy. You probably know this already. QuickBooks Pro Advisor is an awesome way to get new customers. Make sure that you select a large metro area when you do this so that you get lots and lots of people. It's all about thinking about the large metro areas. You might even want to create additional profiles over time. That's kind of a secret, and expand your operations metro by metro, but that's something you can do. Along with your QuickBooks Pro Advisor, you might want to sign up for Bark and some of the other listings. I know lots of people that do well with Bark, not necessarily Thumbtack, but Bark. Your core focus should be your Google business profile and your website and maybe YouTube, but Bark and the QuickBooks Pro Advisor are other places that you can help get business. So that's the second thing. The fourth quick win is to immediately get good at providing tax strategy and tax reduction planning. Okay, this is only one factor of what's important to a business owner, but you might be scared. A lot of bookkeepers are nervous that they don't know enough about taxes, or they're not a tax expert, or they just maybe only talk about the immediate part of tax planning. But I assure you, you can help them. You can make a huge impact for them. At minimum, buy Sandy Botkin's book, Business Taxes, every year. Comes out every year or every other year. Then Tom Wheelwright and there's a couple of books from the Rich Dad Poor Dad about tax-free wealth, real estate, and some of the other stuff. And then I would get Mark Kohler's book, The Tax and Legal Playbook. If you read those, you're gonna find that these books will teach you the basics quite easily. And it's really because they're meant to help business owners do it themselves. If they can teach a business owner how to do it, they're gonna teach you how to just understand it better or make it clearer. Now, here's some of the tax planning basics that you should integrate into your knowledge. I'm telling you, this isn't rocket science, and you might already know this, so I'm gonna move really quick. Number one, help them maximize an S-Corp, which helps them lower their Social Security taxes and Medicare taxes, right? You'll just wanna study everything that you can from the IRS and every book you can find about the reasonable salary rules. Pay close attention to that. You can encourage them to utilize retirement plans. That's the second part, like solo 401ks if they don't have statutory employees. You can do a SEP IRA, simple IRA, a regular 401k. There are fringe benefits. There's even some pension style stuff. But you just need to know that if they have W-2 employees, any of these retirement plans or benefits are gonna have rules so that they're offered to their employees. So if they don't have employees, like they're a real estate agent or everybody's a 1099 subcontractor, it's much easier. If they don't have statutory employees, I really like the individual 401k from Vanguard, which allows up to 25% of the S-Corp salary or 25% of your Schedule C income, and there's some rules there, so go check this out because there's some QBI stuff too. But that can be made as an employer contribution. The company puts that in, which essentially skips Social Security and Medicare taxes. Now, there's some nuance to that, but on top of that, that employer contribution, they can make an employee contribution. And for people under 50 years old in 2023, that's a $22,500 contribution. So if they're starting to hit some really ugly tax numbers, those contributions are vital to lower their taxes. And if they're not in a high tax bracket, they can even do Roth if they'd like. So check the rules yourself. I'm not your lawyer, I'm not your accountant, and I'm not an investment advisor, but I would just learn how to connect these guys to Vanguard. Vanguard and Schwab both have really good offerings that are inexpensive, they're simple, and they'll help them over the phone. You don't have to be an expert. Make sure you don't tell them which securities to get or anything like that. But what's funny is investment advisors can't talk about taxes and tax people can't talk about investments. And in the middle is like everybody's just scared, but you can add a ton of value in tax planning if you talk about these SEP IRAs, simple IRAs, 401ks, solo 401ks, defined benefit, which is like a pension. Then besides the S-Corps and the business retirement plans, you can encourage them to hire their children. That's a big thing. You can get them involved in real estate, and maybe an LLC would own an office building or a duplex or a triplex, and then the S-Corp would rent from that, and that would shift income that's in active taxation where it's subject to the self-employment taxes and shift it over to a property with depreciation, cost segregation, and no self-employment taxes, so that can be really valuable. Finally, the most important thing about tax planning as you're doing this, and I'm trying to build you up, I'm not trying to get you in the weeds, but if you do this is a quick win. You can really charge more and you're gonna be more valuable. The most important tax planning is done when you're helping them proactively invest for the future. Okay? Not just retirements, but investing for their business rather than paying taxes today. Buying new equipment, hiring new people, advertising, and other growth-based purchases are really what move the tax needle big time. And you can help them make those decisions by providing leadership, by helping understand where they're trying to go, so that at the end of the year when they're sitting there with a bunch of cash in their bank account that they're about to get taxed on, they can make decisions of buying new tractors, equipment, whatever that is. If you learn how to provide some simple tax planning, your customers will love you. That's the third quick win. So here's the last quick win you can do is to start pricing in a pricing structure. Now I call it the feedback wrench sales structure. I have other videos about this, but you want to always slow your sales process down. Don't give quick quotes. Don't denigrate it down to just being bookkeeping. You want to be an outsourced accountant. You want to talk value. You do not want to get stuck in the weeds with your client with a bunch of add-ons and bullet points. You're a bookkeeper. You're very inclined to add in a whole bunch of pricing. Don't do that. If you learn how to perform a strong analysis and then bring to them a small, medium, and large selling sheet or use your website, you'll be equipped to sell value. So show your pricing and stick to higher pricing. But the most important thing that you'll learn is to identify what's valuable to that client and connect that service to them. And then you'll want to have an upgrade and a downgrade version in case they say no, but it also helps frame it. So if you do those 4 things, I'm telling you, you'll build quick momentum in your bookkeeping business. Like and subscribe. I'm going to be pouring more information into this channel. Check out bookkeeperseo.com. And we'd love an opportunity to help you at feedbackwrench.com, which is where we build websites. Go look at them, check them out. We do advertising setups, and whether they're big, full setups or small, we'll help you out.